Practicing dragon form, I see.
I don't do enough of it, and I never have a partner to practice push hands with.
He keeps pushing me over, Thorn. I don't know what to do to stop him, and everywhere I try to, he always throws me off balance. I never fall off balance.
Well, Zyph, I honestly should have introduced you to the game of push hands a long time ago. I can help you now, if you like.
Actually, Thorn, I was hoping you'd come by. I want to ask you about the Casterlands.
What about them?
I know you casters are very closed-mouthed about your culture and magic and people, but I was thinking... I want to go to the Casterlands to learn more forms.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you. I wouldn't normally tell people about the casters, but I know you want to learn from them, and not take from them.
Take from them?
Yes, casters have magic, and outsiders often want to know all they can about the Casterlands, to see if there's a way to steal magic. But magic cannot be stolen. It is something a person is born with, and only trolls can truly take magic away.
There are trolls.
They live in the Stone Mountains. They were the first casters that held magic and originated into the people of the Castellands today. Very few remain now.
They definitely sound intriguing. Are they big?
From the accounts we have, the trolls are just tall people. They hunt and eat like animals. However, they are very human-like, with their own culture.
So what magics are there? Is every caster born with them? What do they do? Or is that too much to tell me?
I trust you, and I'll tell you. Not every caster is born with magic, but they've all been touched by it. As magic isn't rare, most casters live for a long time, and still look young, though they are old. This is due to healing properties in the magic. Only some casters follow the route to healing, though. I myself know a bit. There are 6 types of magic, 3 main types, and 3 rare types. The main types include water, earth, and light. These are the only types that will heal. The 3 rare types include lightning, frost, and fire. These types do not heal.
I have lightning.
A caster is only able to have 3 magics. I have 2 magics, of light and earth. The main magics simply control and are able to heal. If you had water, you can control water and use water to heal. The rare types, however, require much more. You need to learn to take the energy from the air around you and build up enough strength within to be able to conjure the magic from your fingertips. It takes a lot of control, and many casters with rare magic are not able to control it entirely. I've found dragon form helps, as it allows you to really feel your body, strengths, weakness, and balance.
Do casters that do the forms, caster or dragon, use magic in their forms?
That is something you will often see. It takes many years of vigorous training in order to control it. This is because the student must spend time learning the form, and also spend time away from the form to learn control over magic. Once they control their magic, and have a broad understanding of their forms, they are able to move on to incorporating magic into their form. At this point, most students are at the instructor level, and continue on as instructors under some of the most advanced masters.
I'm confused. You say student and instructor and now you say master?
Oh, I haven't told you. Yes, there are 6 different levels of expertise you can reach in training. The first level is the student level. That's the level you've done, Manel, and what Zyph is currently going through. The second level is the instructors, which are sometimes named masters at the Mastering the Basics. Many casters reach the instructor before they reach the age of 20, as they've been studying it since a young age. Before the instructor level caster can move on to the next level, it must have trained 20 students, and those 20 students must reach instructor level. This is to give the caster responsibility, and help to broaden his or her mind. It's to keep the caster from selfishly moving up the levels without thinking of others. Once they've done that, and if their mentor believes them to be ready, they move on to the master level. Next is the transitional stage. This stage does not exactly have a title other than that. Most will simply keep the title of Master. The next level is the High Master stage. Before they can move up, they must have learned from the dragons and the trolls, and if they have magic, learn to completely control it. Grandmaster is the highest level, and only 14 casters have been known to reach it. There is so far no higher level, as only 3 of those Grandmasters are currently alive. They are much more likely to teach others, especially High Masters or Masters, rather than advance themselves in their old age. I myself am only at the instructor level still. Realistically at this point, I could be at the transitional or even the High Master stage, but I left the Caster lands to travel and learn more about other regions, and that has cost me. I figured out how to add magic into forms on my own, and have been teaching Zyph a bit here and there. However, he mainly figures it out himself, like teacher, like student.
I wish I had magic. It'd be more amazing.
I have magic, and I think it's too much of a burden at times. Having magic is not always a great thing. It requires much more hard work, and learning to even come close to conquering its true powers. And if you have more than one magic, you have to spend even more time mastering them.
Yeah, and I guess since I'm already a bit late to the game, I can at least try to move up without the extra weight of magic.
You'd have a bit less to master that way, and a lot less pain to deal with.
But pain is good. It helps you to become a better master.
Yes, in some ways, but in others, it creates people hungry for power, desiring to rise to the top selfishly. Magic isn't always a good thing, and I'd advise you to never find a way to hold it.
I understand. I won't.
Well, Maneo, I say you would be ready to enter the Casterlands whenever you wish.
What about me?
You too, Zyph, can continue your training in the Casterlands if you wish. One of these days, the 3 of us will have to make our way there to keep training.
Yes, indeed. We just need to get this Dougal Rupker mess settled first.
Did you want something?
Stop seeing my mother.
No,
I'm not leaving you with an answer like that.
I don't care.
Well, I do. You do not belong with my mother, nor she with you. Leave her alone.
No, she likes being with me, and I like being with her.
No, she doesn't. She'd never like being with scum like you. I've heard talk about you, you know. How you sleep with multiple women at once, basically see them as your puppets because they're too stupid.
And?
I won't allow my mother to be with someone like you.
It's not up to you, now is it? Jaleo and I are fine being together, and even your lazy Lord of Dougal doesn't care.
Don't you dare insult my father, and of course he cares. He probably just wants to act that way, since I'm sure my mother is just trying to play with you.
Play with me? I very much doubt that. I've already run her through the tests. Not that a stupid woman needs to be tested as such anyways, but she's harmless. I have nothing to worry about with her.
So you're just using her to satisfy your own pleasures?
Yeah, I suppose I am. I don't care. She doesn't care. The Lord doesn't care, and you shouldn't care.
I hate you!
I don't care.
What's going on? I'm not here to fight you, Ro. I was just asking what happened.
He bloody punched me.
I see. Is this because of your mother? Yes. Understandable.
What?
I said it's understandable. And you should have expected this to happen and been prepared to block it.
I can't believe you. You're siding with Ro? Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I've come to know him better than I know you these days. Why would you do that? I want them apart too. Frost, I need to speak with you.
Ugh, what do you want, you traitor?
I'm a traitor. It's you who went off frolicking with a Dougalin, not me.
But you sided with the Dougalin, and you like them too much.
I'm trying to bring our countries together and learn more about them.
I am too.
No, you're not. If you were, you'd be making friends of the Dougalins as well, and not just Jolio. And I must add that I didn't side with a Dougalin. I just oppose what you're doing, no matter who I might be sided with.
Just go away, will you, mister?
Frost, this has to stop. I order you to stop sleeping with Jolio. I order you to stop speaking to Jolio. I order you to just stop doing anything with Jolio.
Huh. Okay, sure. Why not? Why don't I just throw away my one pleasure to make you happy? Oh, now you shut up. You really thought I was happy here, huh? I'm not happy here, and the only reason I stayed is for Joleo, not for you. I don't care what you're doing anymore, Murnau. I don't care if you have Dougal or not. I'm fine just living with Rupker, but you never saw that, did you? It's always about what you want.
It's about what our people want, what our people need.
But I went with you anyways. I stayed here trying to find some way to possibly help my friend secure what he had to have. And what happens? Instead of even seeing if I'm happy, he blocks me out and spends much more time with his past mentor and his new little Dougal friends. And after he finally decides he'll notice me, he just goes ahead and tries to take away my one joy. Tell me, Murnau, is this accurate?
Well... yes.
Then get out of my room and leave me alone. Now!
Is that any way to speak to your friend? Haven't the two of you been friends for your entire lives? And that's how you're going to talk to him? It sounds to me like you just got jealous. He freed you from prison, then proceeded to get closer to each of us Dougalans, so he could get closer to securing an alliance. He spent a lot of time with his old mentor because that's his old mentor he hasn't seen in years. Of course he wants to catch up. And how was he supposed to spend any time with you when you were always with my mother?
I only went to Joleo after it was clear I was being ignored.
I recall you running right off to Jolio as soon as you learned she was here.
Fine. So what if I like Joleo? I don't care what you think. I don't care for what you're trying to do right now.
Frost, I'm just looking out for you. Do you know what Jolio did to me? My mother tried to sleep with him too, and with countless other men. There's nothing special about you. She's just trying to use you to get information on Murnau.
As if I'd believe any of that. For one, Murnau would never allow any woman near him like that. And for another, there's no information to give about Murnau that you don't already know. Don't even talk about Murnau or Rupker or any of this mess.
She's still using you, Frost. She tried to get me and chased me through the entire mansion, even onto a tree. She's just using you. Why can't you see that?
Whether or not she's using me, I don't care.
Frost, you can't do this.
Do what? Choose her over you? Well, Murnau, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I don't care if you disagree. Now, get out. I won't repeat myself again.
Frost. Frost.
I've never received any letters, so I decided to come over here myself. How have the scoutings been going? What is Rupker up to?
Sir, we actually do not have much to report on Rupker's doings. We note that the Dougalans at the nearby towns are rather open to Rupkerians, and word has traveled that city of Dougal is united by this point.
I was hoping you'd have something more.
So you've seen this mixing firsthand.
I learned a lot about Rupker, and now I can make some slightly better judgments. But if you got nothing more to say, then you could have just told me so in a letter.
Sir, we did send letters, one to you and one to the Lord of Dougal. Swap Island took care of it.
Funny how I've gotten no letter then.
Perhaps it reached your residence after you already left.
Maybe.
Sir, it's not just Rupker that we've been watching.
Oh.
We've noticed a small group forming in between the hills of Golden Village and Point Village. We believed them to be opposed to Rupker at first, and we waited to see what they would do. However, upon closer inspection, we realized that they did not care for Rupker's presence, and in fact they saw Rupker and Dougal being the perfect opportunity.
For what?
We don't know, but the name of their group sounded familiar. We've been trying to learn more, but there aren't any records. Maybe you know who they are.
And who might that be?
It sounded like they said they were the Blackouts.
Blackouts? Are you sure?
Do you know who they are?
The Blackouts are a terrorist group determined to kill people that don't have white skin. And those that do have white skin, they imprison. I fought against them before years ago. They are an immense threat, especially if they're in Dougal. What else did you hear? What else did you learn?
It seems like they're waiting for something. We didn't hear much else, besides something about getting workers soon. Oh, and AD.
AD?
Yeah, wasn't that the assassin that killed many around Dougal and disappeared?
AD must be Ale Denham. It all makes sense now.